Dear George Doug, wondrous and Kadorblik. You have left us, and we who are here, recalling just how wondrous and Kadorblik your life among us was, are astonished and diminished by the hole you have left in our hearts, by your empty chair, by the silence of your piano, by the unwelcome knowledge that you are actually and finally gone. We know all you want today is a party, George Doug, and we will be getting to that soon enough. But right now, we need to take time to recall some of the things you have given us that live on within us and which will lighten the darkness that your passing has created. Much of your immortality is measured in these gifts. So at the risk of embarrassing you, who never did like to truck in sentimentality, I'm going to share just a few of the lessons that you taught me. And I'm going to try to thank you for the not inconsiderable part of me which has resulted from your having given so much of you. Hopefully, I will share lessons of more lasting value than those piano lessons you gave me in 7th grade. You were frustrated and distressed by such an inept student, and thankfully they did not last long. All I got out of them was one lame song. Off we go to music land, training ear and eye and hand. It was way back in Southborough when you began to teach me what generosity is, a lesson that you never completed because your examples never ever stopped coming. You taught me then that it's okay to really, really laugh out loud, which until I saw you do it, I don't think I had ever seen it truly done. You taught me that watching Arthur Fiedler and the Boston Pops can actually be pretty cool. And you taught me that Black Sabbath, whatever it was, wasn't music. And you taught me, a scrawny little 5th grader, how to run the spotlights at the Sudbury Players. And you proved to me that I could do it without screwing up the show. Then came the twist of fate that set us upon our real journey together. I like to think that it was me who convinced you on that stormy evening to come in, get a cup of coffee, say hi to my newly divorced mom. It's possible that my memory may have embellished that story just a tad. But regardless, when you left, sitting at the kitchen table, our giddy mother remarked to Susie and Patty and to me, "I just got a date." It was that following year when you taught me to woo with respect, but also with absolute determination. And then you and Jan married. Your first lesson for our new family was that there is simply no such thing as step. That the 5 of us were your children equally was as obvious to all as was the love and respect in which you held your new partner in life. We all became partners in life. And then the lessons came fast and furious. You taught me about the excitement of waking up at 4 in the morning to go to Moxie Pond for opening day of fishing season. And then you had to teach me that I shouldn't be embarrassed for only having caught that solitary eel. While Timmy and Peter were pulling out trophy bass after trophy bass, because that eel gave the best fight of the whole trip. You taught me the joy of Jabberwocky, that the best way to rid yourself of Farfallonis or Combraculate is to chuck it up or huck it up, respectively. That it's best to avoid the restaurants that the Gorts go to. That those who are the very stuff of shirt are deserving of our skepticism. And that among the greatest joys in life is simply to cack and torp. You taught me to never get the crung in the mung. Whether that meant not using a dirty knife and getting the butter in the jelly, or whether it meant that religion has no place in politics. You taught me that it is good to work hard and to be smart and to try to make a good and honest living, how to be responsible without being a bore, how to enjoy being a big fish in a small pond, and how to treat the big wigs and the small minds with equal dignity. And you taught me that work is something to enjoy, but which is best left at the office, and that playing hard is just as important, if not more so, and that carving time to simply relax is probably the most important of all. You taught me to wear cufflinks by day, but a caftan at night. You taught me that Scotch is an acquired taste, and then you taught me how to acquire it. You taught me that the good things in life are worth enjoying, but that they are best enjoyed when sharing them with others. And that the best time to plan your next meal is during the meal you're eating now. You taught me the miracle of television, how to watch the Patriots as a coach, how to watch Walker, Texas Ranger, as an assistant director. You taught me the strange appeal of the disaster flick, the unarguable delights of air conditioning, the outlandish folly of doing anything Dutch treat. You taught me how to tip generously, how to drive in Boston by not making eye contact, and how to keep one's composure while changing into a tuxedo in a New York Port Authority men's stall. George, you taught me that passions are worth pursuing, that theater can be magic, and that music can hold all that there is and was and ever will be, and give it back to us one magnificent beat at a time. You taught me to listen to the lyrics and to listen between them. You taught me that dreams happen if you want them to happen. You taught me that a chorale crafted during a wild party in the dead of winter can turn professional and end up enlivening a Boston public for 10 seasons. You taught me then that if you want to do something, the best way to do it is simply to do it. You taught me never to say never. When the New England Conservatory kept sending pledge solicitations year after year with Mom's name rather unceremoniously incorrect, you vowed that you would never give them another damn dollar. But many in this room, George, contributed to the scholarship there which you and Bill recently created. Never say never, George. You are unquestionably the patriarch of our family, our immense and gangly and wacky family, and you kept us all in your orbit, and with Mom Cat created the still point in the turning universe at 22 Emerson Street. There you welcomed our friends as your own. There you taught us all what being around a table together really means. And you taught me what true friends are. You allowed yourself to become rich in them, many of whom are here with you today. And you enriched them, giving them the gift of your complete attention, asking nothing in return but the opportunity to spend time with them. And you never let time rob them from you. No matter how much of it passed between visits, you kept your friends always present in your stories. And on seeing them again, it was as if time had never passed. And you taught me how to buy a diamond ring, and even fronted me the scratch for it, because you also taught me never to take for granted the love of the right person, how to recognize your one and your only, and that life with such a person is more precious and more complete and more achingly sweet than any of us can hope for or bear. And you taught me how to behave in such a relationship, how to hold it up and to cherish it, how to protect it, how to heal it when it becomes bruised, how to share it with others but keep it sacred and close, and how to give it the space and the time to change and to grow and to truly live. And at the end, George Doug, you also taught me that dying isn't worth it without living a full life in the meantime. You had to teach me that pain is painful, that falling apart is hard to do, but even harder to prevent, that the body is truly but a broken vessel for the magnitude of the soul within. You taught me a lesson that I did not want to learn from you of all people. And it was eerily like the piano lessons all over again. You frustrated and distressed, which thankfully did not last too long. And me left humming a broken tune with no pitch and no rhythm, left without a score or chart to navigate a world without you in it. And then you shared with me your last breath, which you did not let go of, but which you held deep within you. And you took it with you as off you went to music land.